All right, so I'm going to go over with you MLA format, how to write your paper in MLA format, and how to use the Purdue website that can help you. So, from whatever page you have, you should have, whether you're in my 9th or 10th grade class, you should have a link that says MLA format help. So, we're going to click on that. It's going to take you to this Purdue Online Writing Lab. You're simply going to scroll down to this automatically takes you to the MLA format. So all of this right here, if you need more reference after watching this video, you can come over here and see how to do your MLA format abbreviations, a sample works cited page. So you could click on that and it'll show you what your works cited page should look like. Basically, your sources should be cited in alphabetical order. Remember, you should have 2 sources from the Alabama Virtual Library or from Google Scholar. Now, and if you used Alabama Virtual Library, which I highly recommend, you remember I told you in that video that you could copy, press that cite button, and then copy the information there and just paste it. That's the easiest way I can tell you to do. Other than that, you might need to look at the Intext citations, because whenever you're citing your sources, we do this some in class, but it's just a little more, gives a little bit more information here on how to do that. So if you're, this gives you, if you're doing a book, which we're not using that, we're using websites. So you would have to go down to the website, and basically all you're going to do is, if you use this article, then you're just going to cite it there. Citing authors with the same last names. If again, all of that's going to be on your last page, and I don't like how I'm saying. Hey guys, I'm going to go over with you how to use MLA format and a good website that will help you, give you a little bit more information and help if you need it after this video. So whichever class you're in, you should have a link on one of your tabs or one of your days of the week, that says MLA format help. So you're going to click on that. It's going to take us to the Purdue Online Writing Lab. It should automatically take you to the MLA format page. And basically, if you look along the left side here, you will see the different things that you're going to, it'll give you examples on how to use those and give you, better ideas how to, cite your sources and things like that. So remember, with the sources, you should have, your last page should be a works cited page. And if you use, which you should be using, Alabama Virtual Library for your sources, you should have at least 2. If you remember back on that video, when you clicked on the article that you wanted, there would be on the right hand side, there was like a little link that says cite, and you could click on that and copy and paste it and put it in there. And that's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to worry about all this nonsense, it cites it for you. The only thing that you need to remember is that it should be in alphabetical order. Format, this will help you with just some general questions on the guidelines and things like that, which I'm going to go over and demonstrate for you anyway. But if you need to come back to this, it's always here. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is in-text citations. Where you're going to click, right here where it says MLA, in-text citations, the basics. And you should all know how to cite your sources already. This is nothing new. This just gives you, a better understanding to, how to do it, right? We're not using books, but it should be in parentheses like so. So you just simply scroll down to whatever source you're citing. We're not using print sources because obviously we're looking them up on Alabama Virtual Library. So you're going to look up like a periodical, or if it says something about articles, we can go down looking for that. If I haven't already passed it up. So when you scroll closer to the bottom, you'll see citing non-print or sources from the internet. That's something that could help you. It gives you, you might need to, says the author name and the article name, web or website, whatever it is you got it from. So you should be using article. So you would use, in your parentheses, it should say after you've put whatever it is that you've gotten from the internet, that sentence or two that you've gotten, whether you directly stated it or indirectly, you paraphrase it, it should still be followed by, the site, the author's name, if it has it, and the article name. It should have the author's name. And remember, if you were quoting directly what that article says, you should put that in parentheses. And a good example of that is up here. A little bit where it says, right here, it's got evident, perceptible, apprehensible in text, and then it's got the sources cited here. So remember to come back to this anytime you need a little extra help writing this. But I'm going to open up a Word document and kind of go over what you need to do here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is set my paragraph to be double spaced. So I'm going to go to home here. I'm going to go to this paragraph, click this bottom little arrow looking thing there. Line spacing, I'm going to click that down arrow, and I'm going to go to double. Once you hit that, you're going to have to hit OK. The second thing I want to talk to you about is how to set up the first thing, your name and everything. I'm going to have to go back to the Purdue website for that, just to kind of show you what your page needs to look like. And you basically can get to this to general format, and this gives you, tells you about the double spacing and all that good stuff, and what your font needs to be. So if you see here, you should have your pages numbered, and you should have your name. I'm not going to ask for this because you're not in college, but I do expect you to have your name, your class, and the date on it. So let's go back to our document. One more thing we forgot to do, or I forgot to do. We've got to set our font. Your font should be Times New Roman, and it should be 12 point. This is, if it is not in this, you will lose major points. If it's not double spaced, again, you will lose points. The second thing, if you click up to the top here, you should be able to input a header. Or what would be an easier way is to click Insert, go over here to Header, and this will give you the different options of headers that you can use. And what you should use, you should scroll down to the one with page numbers where it says right here page 1, and that's the one you want. Then you just double click out of that, and you have your, so we want that to say page 1. It's already there for us. And click out of it, and so it's already there. Then here, you're going to put your name. I'm going to put mine, Ashley Fountain. We want our class period to be there. So I'm going to say that I'm in English 12. And the date. I'm going to put today's date, and it's going to be April 19th, 2021. So once I've done this, I've set up the very first thing there, and all I have to do from there is indent, and you begin writing your paper, and it's that simple. And if I need to scroll down and go to another page, if it takes more than one page, look, your page 2 is already there. that's basically it, guys. Just make sure that you have double spaced. You have your Times New Roman 12-point font. One more thing, and the last page, let's, even if your paper only lasts 2 pages or whatever, it should have 2 pages. You should have 2 good pages here, or 1.5. And if you have 1.5, let's say that I have a half a page here. I'm just, and it ends there. That's fine. But you're not going to start your works cited here. You're going to have to go all the way down to the 3rd page. You could right click right here and or better yet, just come to home, make it centered, and put works cited. All right, I'm going to click down, and then I have to remember you're going to have to go back and make sure that everything's back to the left. And this is where I start, pasting, because the best thing to do is copy it from the Alabama Virtual Library, and then I can just paste it here in alphabetical order, and then I have my works cited. But please, please, please make sure that, if you're only writing 2 sentences on page 2, don't come directly under it and do your works cited. You must go down and start a whole new page for that works cited. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Remember to go back to that Purdue website for any information you might need.